Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Another banger. Alright, so you guys know I'm on a health journey, right? So one of the things that I've learned is that the less you eat out, the less calories you eat, right? So I've been trying to cook more at home and stuff. So today's video is actually inspired by me wanting to do that more. So I kind of found a recipe. No, I did not find a recipe actually. I just went to the store, found some things I like, put them together, and it tasted good. So I wanted to recreate it and record myself so that in the future, if I want to make it again, I can look back at this video and find it. And this could also be for you if you wanted to try something new here and there, try some recipes and things. I think I have a pretty good taste. I feel like I have some pretty good taste. Like, if it's nasty, I'll let you know. And I'm someone that does not like nasty food, okay? Hence why I'm big, okay? So let's not too much. But yeah, so these are the ingredients and seasonings, right here. Yes. Not a lot of stuff, right? And then these are the things that we will be like using to cook, like the material parts. Yes. Okay, now that we have the chance to look at everything that I'll be using today, go ahead and timestamp it, rewatch it so you can gather everything whenever you're in the store, so that way you can have everything you need to be able to recreate this recipe. With that being said, let's get started. A pan about this size, I don't know how to gauge it. Yeah, this is the size we're gonna be using. And you kind of want to like fill it up halfway. Yeah, actually I'm lying. 1/3 of the way. 1/3 of the way. Right? Wait, let me just rinse this real quick. Anytime I see bubbles in the pan, I just assume that that's some soap that's left over. Damn, my arm, look at the magnitude. I put the water to medium, about 6. Yeah. So I'll be putting in this in there first, right? Just 1 spoon of it. It looks nasty. Okay, so right now we are making the broth, okay? So we put that first thick paste, which is like a beef paste in there, and then now we're putting the cow bouillon, I believe. And the goal here is that I'm using my ancestors to measure. As you can see, I'm not using real measuring equipment or anything like that. I'm just using, intuition. So keep in mind that that's why I kept all those clips in there, so that way you can kind of see how much I'm putting in there. But it's all within the flick of the wrist, right? If you have a heavier wrist and you put way more in there, then that's how your food is going to turn out. But my goal is just that I try to put it in there, because I put 1/3 of the water in there because this is just the broth. Later on, we're going to pour some of this out because I don't really like a lot of I don't want it to be like too soupy. I like a nice, the food is sitting in there compared to it looking like soup, right? So that's why I don't mind putting all this in there, because later on, if I do end up putting too much in there, I could just add some more water and then it's gonna dilute it. And that way, the food won't be too flavorful. So right now, I'm about to get the sausages and then I will be cutting those up. I get each one of them I cut into 3 because I want them to be pretty big. In the past, when I do a different type of recipe that I have, man, I'd be saying recipe like I'm a chef or something. Whenever I do instant ramen and stuff like that, I normally put sausages in there as well, but I would cut them a lot smaller because it's less compared to this one where we're going to be putting a lot of things in here. So I don't want to get lost in everything. So I'm going to cut it pretty small. But first things first, I'm going to put it in the microwave for about 1 minute because it is currently frozen. And then again, once I take it out is when I will cut them up. I really like these sausages because they are kind of they have flavor, I would say. And they are kind of sweet, but not too sweet. I just really like them. They're the ones I go to. I've been trying to find some new sausages, but it's been really hard. And I can only ever find them at the Asian store. Once I finish cutting them, I will put them back in the microwave for another minute. You don't want to put these in the microwave too long because they will become hard. And then make sure you guys are checking on your broth and like stirring it up to see if everything is mixing well. Because right now is when we're about to start adding some more things in there. Because as you can kind of see, the steam on there. That means it's warming up. This is when you want to start adding the stuff in there because, I feel like once it starts warming up is when you are able to then put things in there and they start cooking compared to putting things in cold water. So yeah, I'm putting in those sausages. It looks like a bloody mess, I know, but I think it's a seasoning that they put in the sausage itself. So yeah, I'll be putting in the noodles right now, or the udon noodles. I believe this is a like potato noodle or something like that. Look it up, guys. I'm not the health expert. I'm just starting this, okay? Remember, step 1 is to make your own food. Later on, we'll start looking at the nutritious benefits. But as of right now, we're making our own food. We don't want to stress ourselves out. So then I just kind of get a handful of some broccoli, which is also frozen. And then I'm going to pop them into the microwave as well once I'm done. And I put them in there for 1 minute. Then I get the boiled egg, and then I, of course, take off the shells, right? And then once I finish taking off the shells, I plop that in there as well. And then stir it up, make sure things are going well. This is when I would, once the noodles have sat in there for a bit, I would go in and then try to separate them because they're not frozen. They were just in the fridge. So, but I don't want them to like start crumbling down or anything. As you can see, I'm adding the broccoli. And again, this is everything so far, right? Everything when it comes to material. So then now, I'm adding this sauce. This is a really spicy sauce. So if you can't do spices, don't even bother putting this in there. But I really like spicy stuff, right? That's why I added that in there. But I also go ahead and add some lemon, right? Yeah, I put some lemon in there because I need a little flavor, right? Because things that are really spicy, I don't like spicy like that. I like spicy that has flavor, right? A nice little aftertaste. And then we're just going to stir everything up. I'm also adding the seasoned salt. This is like a holy grail. If you don't know how to cook or anything, start out with seasoned salt because it's seasoned salt. It's not just regular salt, right? It really makes things taste a lot different. But I don't use it for everything because I don't want all my stuff to taste the same. But it's really beneficial. And then you just let it sit for about 5 minutes. We get it. 5 minutes. And then I told you guys earlier how I was going to pour out some of the broth because as of right now, everything has kind of simmered and kind of cooked together. So now I pour out some and then I leave the amount that I will keep with the food itself. Cause yeah, that's good. Yes, we got it. Yeah, so that's how you want it. And then just let it boil for like another 5 minutes, just again so everything could just like come together. And guys, if you want to eat right when you're done, then clean up as you go because then you won't have to worry about cleaning up. So then now that the food is ready, I put it in a clean bowl. Don't put it in a dirty bowl. Don't be a dirty person. Thank you. Look how thick the broth is. This is how it should look like. Okay? It shouldn't be too like watery or anything like that. It should be like a really dark color. Look at that. Perfect. Do you see that? Perfect. That's how it's supposed to look like. If yours does not look like that, don't come at me in the comments, okay? If you get diarrhea or anything like that because you didn't cook something properly, that's not my fault, right? Tea, because it looks good. All right, I'm talking again. So we're going to try it out live. So y'all can see my reaction because this is my first time actually trying it. Well, my second time trying it. Making it, I mean. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to taste it and see if I'm missing anything. Because again, I have all my ancestors to guide me through the way. All right. Let's try it out. See if there's anything else I would add. I can smell the spice. Because that sauce is spicy, I tell you. Okay. First thing I always get is the vegetables. Because if I don't eat those first, I'm not eating them. I'm not eating them. Okay. Okay. Okay, yeah, you see how you don't want to be ate either? Same, girl, same. Okay. 10 out of 10. That's why I added that extra salt. The ancestors had to let me know. The ancestors had to let me know. This is perfect. If you're not someone who likes spices, don't use these. Don't use these. Skip this step. Because the amount that I put in is already so spicy. And I normally pour a little lemon in there to kind of help with the spice because I like me something spicy. But I don't just like something that is just spicy. I like something that's spicy and tasty. Okay? This came out really good. Y'all try it out. Let me know if I ate. You know, like if I'm eating it up. Now, we're not going to talk about the nutritious benefits because I'm not there yet. I'm at step 1. Make your own food, right? When I'm at the point where I'm counting calories and all that, measuring this and that, I'll get back to y'all, all right? But as of right now, we're trying new recipes, trying some food out that's healthier. And y'all let me know, okay? Y'all let me know down below if you guys are going to try this and if it's actually good, all right? Because then you'll kind of gauge my taste buds, and then you can see if we have similar taste buds, all right? You guys have a good rest of your day, evening, weekend, wherever you're at, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!